Now at 10, why police have arrested a travel agent in Miami, Oklahoma. Plus, authorities respond to a fatal accident in Riverton, Kansas. And before you enjoy the summer sun, a caution about skincare.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities arrest a travel agent in Miami, Oklahoma after a fraud investigation. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. Diane Wyford has been recently scrutinized for alleged fraudulent activity. She's now behind bars, but for bad checks written in Taney County, Missouri, way back in 2016. Wyford, who also goes by the last name Cott, was booked into the Ottawa County Jail yesterday after a traffic stop. She's being held with no bond. Wyford allegedly wrote more than $10,000 in checks that the prosecutor filed charges on nearly 8 years ago. Well, now, in a Miami police investigation, authorities believe Wyford's company, Wyford Tour and Travel, has taken payment from clients totaling tens of thousands of dollars. Authorities say the bookings aren't there when people show up because they say they never existed in the first place. Alexa Gilman of Webb City says she's out about $5,200 on a trip she's planning to take this summer.
It was on Facebook, a little ad that came through on my feed, and it caught my attention because the tickets to Disney were so cheap, and I've been like multiple times, so I knew this price was actually too good to be true.
Gilman says she called to check on her Disney tickets and booked Airbnb she had already paid for through the travel agency. She says the Disney tickets didn't exist and the Airbnb was reserved under a woman's name, Diane Wyford. Gilman couldn't get information since the booking was not in her name. We have more on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. An accident has claimed the life of a Riverton, Kansas man. It happened around 4:30 on private property between Galena and Riverton. According to the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, 63-year-old Tyrone Palmer of Riverton was loading trash into a trash truck when the truck went into gear and ran over him. Palmer died at the scene. Authorities respond to a head-on crash in Joplin this evening. It happened around 5:30 at Zora and Miller. A driver heading west had a medical emergency, swerved onto oncoming traffic. The vehicle struck an SUV and then another vehicle head-on. 6 people, including 3 children, were rushed to area hospitals. All 3 children have been transferred to Springfield for a higher level of care. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a nice Wednesday for us today. 83 is where we topped out, just a smidge above where we should be. We started at 60, average low is 60 degrees for this time of the year. Outside right now, it looks good. Joplin sitting at 72 degrees, 72 in Pittsburgh, 71 in Independence. Jay, a hair cooler at 68. Also, Stockton sitting at 69. Had a few isolated little thunderstorms earlier this evening in our far southern counties. Now we're watching our next wave, our next batch building out across western Kansas, and that will start to affect us, especially late in the day on Thursday night into Friday as that next system heads toward us. But tonight's quiet. 70 by 11, 65 by 7. I think our low of 61, back to 74 by 10 a.m. Of course, we're going to talk about more thunderstorms here in just a bit.
See you soon. The Oklahoma Senate advances a bill enhancing support for victims of domestic violence and sexual assault. The bill, which received unanimous approval, would establish a domestic violence and sexual assault services revolving fund. Supporters say the fund would enable the Attorney General's office to provide faster and more comprehensive services to victims statewide. Cherokee County Sheriff's Office announces a new program in partnership with What 3 Words. The What 3 Words program provides users with a simple way to communicate their precise location in the event of an emergency. Various locations on a grid are each assigned 3 words. While authorities say What 3 Words is not a replacement for 911, it is an option to obtain emergency services.
One of the greatest features of the product, What 3 Words offers offline mapping. So being in a rural county, farm areas, mineland wildlife areas, a lot of times citizens don't have service, but they're still able to access the What 3 Words map and give us the 3 words in the square so we can find a precise location where they're at.
The What 3 Words app is free. It's available for iOS and Android devices. Water levels at the Elk River in southwest Missouri have subsided since past weekend, allowing voting business to put people back on the water now. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration says the water levels experienced recently were considered minor flooding. Levels are no longer considered to be in a flood stage at all. However, they're still 2 feet higher than what they were before the Memorial Weekend storms, and businesses and experienced floaters are emphasizing safety on the water.
That water is one of the most powerful forces that I know of, like in the world, in the universe, I don't know, but that is a powerful force. And as fun as it is, it can kill people. So that's why, you know, the girls are wearing we got our life jackets we'll be wearing. You know, we're going to take precautions, but we're still going to have fun.
If you do plan on floating, Sadler recommends mapping out your route and researching the water levels, and of course having that life jacket. Pittsburgh's Aquatic Center is one of a number of community pools in the area that have opened now for the season. KOAM's Amber Jenkins spoke to city officials about protecting your skin poolside.
Attendance during Memorial Day weekend broke records for Pittsburgh Aquatic Center. The pool manager says with high attendance numbers, pool staff are hyper-vigilant for water safety as well as skin protection.
We see lots of people come through and you can tell that they have not put on any sunscreen in the past, and so we kindly put out the sunscreen and recommend that they put it on today.
The Aquatic Center will provide sunscreen to attendees in need. According to the manager, staying hydrated is half the battle.
Another thing about protecting your skin that a lot of people don't think about is drinking water the whole time that you're out here as well, because then it dehydrates you and it makes your skin even more prone to getting sunburnt as well.
The youth of Pittsburgh are cooling off with some water fun while being mindful of their skin health.
Burns your skin and it can make you have sunburns, so make sure you guys always bring sunscreen.
Sunscreen is good because you don't get burnt on your skin. That's why you need sunscreen.
Because you get blisters and you turn really red and no.
Yeah. Because if you don't wear it, you can get sun cancer. It's very important so that your skin, it's a real thing.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Sounds to me like there are some very wise young people at the Pittsburgh Aquatic Center. That center is open daily from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. Have fun, be safe. A fire department in southwest Missouri rekindles a program for high school students. That's coming up next. And the Carthage Public Library and the Red Cross team up for a fine forgiveness event. The Bolivar, Missouri Fire Department is working to revitalize a program for high school students. Chris Bryant spoke with some people behind the idea to bring more people into public service.
The Junior Fire Cadet program is designed for high school students who are interested in a career in fire service, EMS, or public safety.
I've been a firefighter for 4 years.
At times, you have to start a career to find your true calling.
I was working in accounting and I was like, this isn't it. And so I just got into firefighting and EMT that way one day.
Now she wants to give high school students the chance to see the career that she calls.
Oh, I love it. It's the best thing ever.
That's why she volunteered to head up the Junior Fire Cadet program at the Bolivar Fire Department.
Starting at a young age in the fire service can really help you grow. And so kids need it, actually. They need to be aware. Most people don't even think about how to get on a fire truck or an ambulance at that age.
Bolivar Fire hopes high school students between the ages of 14 and 18 are interested in those fields sign up for the program. Students will learn CPR and basic life support as well as patient care and fire dynamics.
And need somebody, really to invest in it, invest in those kids. And Danielle jumped on it, and we're really excited to see what happens Sunday and how many kids we get.
By giving high school students hands-on experience with the tools and equipment within the fire department can foster a passion.
To get those kids a young age, whether it's fire, police, or EMS, that public safety mindset is huge to get them in the door and their foot in the door and get them kind of, oh, this is an optional path.
Even if those don't take a career in public safety.
I hope they learn helping people, education planning, planning for the future and what they want to do, and just maybe even a respect for public service as well. So that'd be nice.
For those interested, there's going to be an informational meeting on Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Bolivar Public Safety Center. The Carthage Public Library teamed up with the Red Cross to celebrate a fine forgiveness event. That event marked the first blood drive hosted by the Carthage Public Library ever. Every Carthage Public Library patron who gave blood at the event had all overdue fines forgiven. How about that? If the patron was listed as the parent of a minor child, well, that's child's overdue fines were also forgiven. Blood donation can be a simple way to give to the community.
And you're not prepared for that a lot of times when you go in for surgery and they come to you and say, you know, Julie, we need to give you blood. Will you give consent for that? Sure. I'd never donated blood before. But once you need that to survive, you really understand and you're willing to give to others.
Anyone unable to attend this fine forgiveness event or unable to give blood can expect 2 more fine forgiveness events before the end of the year. Freeman Health hosted its annual Health and Resource Fair today. Area seniors could receive a springtime health checkup. Public event also gave residents an opportunity to meet with Freeman providers and receive preventative guidance.
They're going to offer some life-saving services with what they do. That sounds kind of crazy, but you know that when people come in and they get their blood work done and have their blood pressure checked, then they're going to get that blood test back in the mail. And you know if those results offer some alarming results, then they're going to go to their doctor and they're going to have that reviewed.
The Come and Go event also featured informative presentations, interactive booths, giveaways, drawings for door prizes, and free breakfast. A new study shows something interesting about empathy. Turns out it can be taught. Researchers studied 184 people for 2 decades, starting with just young teens. Through a series of interviews with mothers, teens, and the teens' friends, they found empathy shown by mothers predicts empathy shown by kids to their friends. Researchers found empathy from a mother to be most important at 13 years old. Psychologists say the key to being empathetic with your kids is fairly simple. You just look and listen more. The study was published in the journal Child Development. A little later, expect to see MoDOT mowers hitting the sides of the highways and the roadways.
Plus, we still have some more showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, it turned out to be a nice Wednesday for us today. Temperatures are pretty good. It was a little humid out there, so warm and humid, lower 80s for highs. We look pretty good right now. We had a couple isolated thunderstorms that popped up. Most of us stayed dry. Nice shot to Indigo Sky, Casino and Resort Indigo, just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, temperatures across the board. Most of us look pretty good. Anywhere from 73 in Chanute, 70 in Miami, 71 in Lamar. We have 68 in Cassville. Let's go outside. Here's 7th and Rangeline sitting at 72. Southerly winds are light at about 5 miles per hour, and they're going to stay fairly light as we go through the overnight hours tonight. All right, any isolated little thunderstorms we had earlier today, those are gone. We are tracking this band out across western parts of Kansas, western Nebraska. This is the beginnings of our next wave, which is going to head in. You can see these little kinks in our upper level flow. So this one around Denver, second one behind it. So Thursday, Friday, which is going to change our weather up again as we go through the next couple days. All right, rain chances low until about 4 p.m., 3 or 4 p.m. And then they go up late tomorrow night, and all the way through Friday, and then we'll start to trail off by the time we head into the weekend. Let me walk you through the next couple days. Lower 60s to start. Through the morning, clouds will increase. Here's the noon hour. A couple little showers, far western counties. As we go through the afternoon, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms start popping up, especially after 3 or 4 p.m. Nothing too strong, nothing severe, which is good news. Scattered thunderstorms through the evening hours, hit and miss, move out by late evening. A little bit of a break. Now we're at 4 a.m. on Friday. Showers and thunderstorms increase again as we go into Friday. Some of these on Friday could be a little bit stronger, but I'm still not anticipating anything severe. Periods of showers and thunderstorms through the day on Friday. And then once we get into Friday evening and Friday night, our area of low pressure will start to press east and we will start to dry out by the time we head into the weekend. All right, rainfall amounts, not extremely heavy, but decent. A lot of us are going to pick up quarter, half an inch, maybe upwards to an inch in some spots. We'll just have to see where the heavier bands kind of try to pop up. Here's your Thursday day planner. 65 in the morning, 79 by noon, 80 by 4, high temp of 81 degrees. All right, let's go down the road here. Let's take a look and see what's going to happen. So we have those scattered showers and a few thunderstorms through Friday evening. As we go into the weekend, scattered stronger storms, a few popping up Sunday, a better chance on Monday. Some of those could be strong, maybe low grade severe, so we're going to watch that. Hit and miss storms most of next week, but warmer, high temps into the upper 80s. We do have a severe threat with 2 systems moving in on the 9th and 10th, 11th and 12th. One of those should be severe. Now, once that occurs, traditional severe weather season comes to an end, thankfully. All right, 78 tomorrow, 81 on Thursday, 72. Oh, I actually got my days mixed up there, but the weekend looks pretty good. Chances for thunderstorms early next week again.
To be clear, you are forecasting that tomorrow will be Thursday.
Yes. I was saving the graphic for Chris for the morning show, and I forgot to change it back for me.
Okay. Thanks, Doug. Hey, mowing season is underway. That means MoDOT mowers are hitting the highway, so be on the lookout when you're on the road. The mowers move slowly, only about maybe 2 to 5 miles an hour, but they usually have a follow truck with them to alert you of the mower ahead. MoDOT is asking drivers to slow down, be prepared to stop and wait, and of course focus on the road.
Most of the time our mowers will be off on the shoulder mowing, but when they do come to a bridge or an overpass, they do have to come out into the roadway to go around that. When we are in that situation, we will have a protective vehicle like this one with a TMA or crash cushion on the back of that. Just be alert, make sure that you're looking out for our folks. They're very visible, a lot of lighting.
You can report any grass or weeds blocking visibility at intersections along state roads by calling MoDOT's 24/7 customer service line. It's really simple, 888-ASK-MoDOT. You see it on this screen, or you can report it on MoDOT's website. Still ahead, a local athlete is named Missouri High School Softball Player of the Year, and highlights from the Nevada Griffins season opening game against the Chillicothe Mudcats. John Dales has those stories and more. It's coming up next.
Price. The Nevada Griffins begin their 40th season tonight at Lions Stadium and their 16th as a member of the Mink League, hosting the Chillicothe Mudcats, who are off to a 1-0 start to their season. Beautiful night for baseball in Nevada. Columbus native and Pitt State rising sophomore Cole Ungehauer gets the start on the mound for the Griffins. He gets a strikeout swinging in the first, then another in the second, but allows 4 early runs to score. His teammates' bats help the cause, though. Bottom of the second, Carson Potter from Northern Iowa Area Community College gets things started with a double to the wall and left. Later in the frame, Diego Flores, who just finished his junior year at Cal State University of Los Angeles, he sends one deep to left as well. That scores a couple of runs, and it gives Nevada a 5-4 lead. Still in the second inning, that's when Austin Ryder comes to the plate from Northern State University. He smokes a line drive into left for another RBI. Runs galore in this game. It's still not finished. The Griffins score 7 in the bottom of the second. As we come on the air, they trail 14-10 in the 7th. Now, a year ago, the Joplin Outlaws would have been seeing a lot of the Griffins this summer. Not anymore, now that they left the Mink League for the Mid-American. They're on the road tonight at Fort Smith. Plenty of runs in this one, too. Joplin loses 12-11. after allowing 3 runs to score in the 9th, their home opener tomorrow night at Joe Becker Stadium. Well, the CNC League releases its 2024 baseball all-conference teams today. The first team selections are on your screen right now. 5 players are unanimous first-teamers. Noah Harper from Riverton, Cooper Simmons and Gus Keller from Colgan, Peyton Gaines from Baxter Springs, and Zane Turner from Galena. Check out our website to see the second team and honorable mentions as well. The CNC releases its all-conference softball teams today as well. The 3A state champ Frontenac leads the way with 6 first-team selections, 2 of which are unanimous. Those are Avery Johnson and Abby Beeman. Columbus has 4 unanimous first-teamers: Gracie Major, Haley Ediger, KT Lopp, and Katie Simpson. For the second team and honorable mentions, head to KOAMNewsNow.com/sports. Meanwhile, Diamond High School senior Caitlin Surrey is named the Softball Player of the Year in the state of Missouri, according to Max Preps. Surrey was a huge part of the Wildcat State Championship in the state title game against Kennett. She hit an inside-the-park home run to give Diamond the lead in extras and was the winning pitcher, striking out the final batter. Now, if you're wondering, why is that Nevada Griffins game still going on? Why is it in the 7th inning? Well, the second that the clock turned to 10 o'clock, the lights in the stadium all went out.
Whoa.
So it took 20 minutes to get them back on. They're still playing right now.
It's kind of hard to play in the dark.
Definitely.
All right, we'll be right back. The area finally gets a bit of a chance to dry out a little bit, and we're going to be having some more rain before it gets much drier.
Yeah, a good chunk of tomorrow is going to be dry, but showers and some thunderstorms increasing again by evening. Periods of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night and Friday. Good news here is these look to not be severe, and then most of the weekend dry before severe threat returns Monday.
Very good. Final sports notes.
The Joplin Outlaws have their home opener tomorrow. We hope, obviously, that their stadium lights work a little bit better than the ones in Nevada tonight.
Yeah, when they go out at 10 o'clock, you're just kind of sitting in the dark and waiting and hoping, I guess. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m., and let's make it a great tomorrow.
Captioning